Hello and welcome to the Advanced Xero Package and Advanced Certificate in MYOB short course student information session. With me today, I have Chief Academic Officer Iona McKimmie. Iona, welcome.
Good morning, James. It's great to be here.
Excellent. Now, today we're talking about a couple of short courses and essentially software accreditations that are brand new to scope and I think really beneficial for those who are perhaps looking at studying within or already studying within the School of Accounting.
Yeah, it's great to have actually bought these to be able to make these available to students. We know that a lot of workplaces look for these industry accreditations or software accreditations, um, especially in bookkeeping and accounting roles. It's incredibly important, of course, that our records are in the best shape as they possibly can, and software differs. Accounting software very much. You know, it has the same functions, but all software is different in its functions and the things that you can actually do with it. So the advanced certificate actually introduces students to a lot of those things, um, and it means that they're able to confidently either continue in their existing role with a deeper level of knowledge about the system that they're using, or they're able to move into the next stage in their career or a change in their career, confidently knowing that they'll be able to enter the workplace and actually undertake all of that financial management and recording that's required of those types of roles.
Excellent. Now, each of these courses is delivered in conjunction with the Career Academy, who have been heavily involved in the Xero and MYOB accreditation space for a number of years now. Now, each of the course, students taking on them should allocate approximately 40 hours, and that would be 6 months, over a 6-month period for each of those courses. Now, with the Advanced Xero Package and the Advanced Certificate in MYOB, they can be done as standalone courses, or they can, of course, be done together. So it might be that you decide to study them at the same time in conjunction, or you might decide to study them sequentially one after the other. So there's certainly plenty of options when it comes to flexibility there. Getting back to what you were saying, though, Iona, just with respect to the application that we're seeing in industry at the moment, we've got a number of the roles where this course will be particularly applicable to. Talk to us about some of those.
So these roles are applicable to a wide range of roles in an organisation, but they're also, or this course, but it's also applicable to an even wider range of roles in organisations. The bookkeepers, accountants, assistant accountants, payroll officers, finance advisors, management accountants are all roles that actually access accounting software. So they and because they're the roles that in an organisation that are responsible for that financial information management across an organisation. But there's other roles that within an organisation that also access our accounting system. So you may be a business analyst, you may be the sales manager, you may be a sales assistant, and you actually do invoicing on the floor, for example. You may need to raise dispatch, credit and dispatch notes. I can sort of probably list thousands of things here. You may also be a teacher or a trainer in the accounting and bookkeeping industry, industry. Yes, I suppose an organisation such as us, an education institution such as us that delivers accounting courses. So you may also be a BAS agent. Every year we're required as part of continuous professional development to undertake a number of education and training hours to maintain accreditations and registrations. So this course has so many different applications these courses have so many different applications for so many different people in so many different careers. So and they are as you said, delivered with our education partner, the Career Academy, and of course, recognised throughout the industry, the software accreditations.
Excellent. Now, talking about recognition, what I thought we'd do next is have a look at some of the benefits of each of the courses. And the first one, of course, being the Advanced Xero Package. So up in front of us, we've got a range of benefits that are attached to this particular course. In particular, and you made mention of it earlier on, is the CPD hours, but also other things such as 12-month student membership to the Institute of Public Accountants, things like that. So in response to the benefits that we've got up there in front of us, how applicable are they to, as you said, those who perhaps are already in industry, or those who are perhaps, at the very beginning of their career in perhaps bookkeeping or accounting or something in that stream?
So, for those of us that are, that are qualified in the accounting industry, these courses are incredibly valuable. I actually do these courses, and my refresher each year myself, James, to ensure that my knowledge is as current and up to date as possible. So when I'm working with mentors here at Mentor Education with our accounting students, I know that what I'm sharing with them about the functions and about other wider topics within the context of using software, that what I'm doing is the most up to date that I can possibly be. So for either people entering the industry or people that are in existing roles in the industry, the course does come with some real benefits. So it's accredited by the International Association of Accounting Professionals. It's developed by an accredited training provider. The content's been certified by the CPD certification service, which means that 40 hours CPD on completion, which meets requirements for CPD across our industry adequately. The 12-month student membership to the Institute of Public Accountants is invaluable for students. It provides them with access to a wide range of materials that we would utilise in our role. And of course, our flexible start date for these accreditation courses really mean that students are able to undertake their Xero accreditation and their ongoing CPD each year when it suits their timeline. So that's incredibly important in a busy working world, but it's also incredibly important as we're developing into our career as well.
Yeah, look, absolutely. And I think that's one great thing, not only just the flexible start dates, but also the flexibility with access to the learning materials and assessment you get through the student portal, which is made available through the Career Academy. But of course, if you've got any questions about that or you would like to enrol, speak to us here at Mentor Education. Now, the Advanced Xero Package is broken into three distinct, I suppose, smaller courses or modules, and then there's the assessment at the end. And should students decide that they would, in fact, just like to choose perhaps one of these particular modules rather than the full package, that option is, of course, available as well. And really, it's just a matter of heading on over to the website and speaking to one of our education advisors about that. You've obviously been exposed to the courses that we've got here up in front of us. Obviously, without going into each and every unit, but talk to us about some of the key deliverables of each of those ones that we've got up there.
Okay, so the certificate in Xero, which is the first one we can see on the left-hand side of our screen, really introduces us to all those day-to-day things that we would do. So it's about creating invoices and managing sales and managing our inventory and how to actually enter things and change things, and all of those tricks in our accounting software to help us make, to help us get our information into the right place and recorded correctly. And of course, because we need to be able to do that. It also introduces us to the Xero reporting functions and the basic suite of reports that we find, and the management reports suite as well. So it is a really great broad overview of everything except for payroll, if you like. The certificate in payroll is really great because it introduces us to Xero's streamlined and very easy, very straightforward way of managing payroll, recording in payroll, and pay runs and pay slips. Also, in creating payment summaries for our employees each year, and the reporting for payroll. The Advanced Certificate in Xero is all of those additional things over and above what we might do, but very, on a day-to-day basis. So it's about utilising reports and undertaking analysis, customising templates, using projects and expenses, managing assets, so our assets register and how we utilise it, the budgets and our budgeting, and the different types of budgets, and how to manage tracking categories in Xero. Also, our chart of account management is sort of touched on again in the advanced certificate, and at a deeper level. So Xero's capacity for reporting and creating reports for specific things for analysis is really great, and it's really easy to use. And that advanced certificate is also about creating those bespoke reports that we often want in a workplace. So those are the three components or modules that make up the Advanced Xero package. And students are able to, if they, how do I put this? So it's basically 40 hours. So by allocating 2 hours of your time each week, you're able to very, very easily get through each one of these 3 certificates in the time allowed, the 6-month period.
Excellent. Now, we've talked about the Xero package. Let's have a look at the MYOB package, because it might be that you're perhaps doing this for an employer or whatever it may be, and they may not be using the Xero suite. They may, in fact, be using the MYOB suite. Or it might be that, again, you're taking on perhaps an accounting and bookkeeping consultant role, and it would be advantageous to have knowledge of all different packages because, of course, different clients will be using different packages. So that's certainly one of the advantages, I think, of taking on both the Advanced Certificate in MYOB, but then also the Advanced Certificate in Xero package as well. So it gives you that full, complete look of how the 2 different platforms work. But again, as we said, you can actually do them individually and standalone depending on what your needs are. So again, we've got some of the benefits specific to the MYOB accounting package and training course up here in front of us. Just take us through some of those if you wouldn't mind, Iona.
So again, the wonderful thing about these industry accreditations, of course, is that they are actually recognised by our industry associations, and they do include the student membership with the Institute of Public Accountants on enrolment. The CPD hours that are available for people that are in existing roles and undertaking these courses as part of their professional development or their CPE hours, again, is 40 hours for this course. The MYOB certifications are all developed by a MYOB training centre. So MYOB is different, of course, as I mentioned earlier, that different software, all software is different. It has at its core the same functions, but it is all different, and every different type of software, as we know, has its strengths and its focus in a particular place. So the MYOB course is being developed by a MYOB approved training centre, and because we understand that people are studying, or they may be studying this course wanting to re-enter the industry, either of these courses. So they may actually be undertaking it as a summer study, if you like, during the holiday break. So there are flexible start dates, and people are able to start when they're ready. They're also able to add either of these 2 courses to a course that they may be enrolling in as well, such as the Certificate for Accounting and Bookkeeping or the Diploma of the Advanced Diploma of Accounting.
Excellent. Now, similar to the Xero package, the Advanced Certificate in MYOB, again, is broken into 3 smaller courses or modules, if you will. And they take the student through the Certificate in MYOB Account Right, MYOB Essentials, and MYOB Payroll. So talk to us about those elements there, Iona.
Okay, so the certificate in MYOB account, right? It actually takes us all the way through from the process of setting up a company, how to create our chart of accounts, setting up bank accounts, our inventory and our invoicing, as you know, for our sales, our creditor management, so receiving payments, paying our creditors, our bank reconciliation, and apologies everybody, and it also takes us through payroll, but it's more that overall management of a payroll, so creating a pay run, because in the certificate in MYOB Payroll we take a really deep look at the functions of payroll. The certificate in MYOB Essentials it takes us through all of those management aspects of our software. So we look at charts of accounts, hiding charts of accounts, editing, deleting, managing, so on and so forth. We look at managing contacts and our card system in MYOB, managing our items, our quotes, our bills, and our reporting. And then payroll takes a very detailed look in the certificate at payroll categories, how to manage employees and employee records, processing payroll, single touch payroll, and our payroll assessment. I should have mentioned that in the Xero part of our conversation today, where single touch payroll is actually and the requirements for single touch payroll and lodgement and how to utilize the software to do that and set it up are included in both of these, both the Advanced Certificate in MYOB and the Advanced Certificate in Xero as part of payroll. So, so the certificate, the Advanced Certificate in MYOB really is great because it takes us through how to manage our company or our company's records from the time we think we're going to, or from the time we actually set up the company record, and then we build the chart of accounts and so on and so forth, all the way through to using in MYOB what's called the command center, which is the core place in our software where we go to find things and do tasks.
Excellent. Well, look, finally, if you'd like more information about obviously these two courses as a package or individually or whatever it may be, the best thing to do is head on over to the website. So if you head on over to mentor.edu.au, there you'll be able to find information on anything and everything we've talked about today, plus more. Otherwise, you're welcome to contact us direct via email and speak with one of our dedicated education advice consultants. And they, again, can answer any questions that you have about the course, even talk to you about options, such as including it perhaps as a part of a training plan with a certificate for accounting and bookkeeping, or diploma of accounting, or even advanced diploma of accounting, if that's something that you're interested in doing. So that's made available via email. So contact them direct at courseconsultant@mentor.edu.au. And again, you can also reach them via phone on 1300 306 146. And of course, if none of those work, head on over to the website. There's a live instant messaging chat function where you can chat in real time with our team based here in Melbourne. Of course, that's 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, Melbourne and Sydney time. And they can answer any questions that you may have. Iona, thank you so much for your time today.
You're welcome, James. It's been great to be here.
Excellent, and thank you very much to everyone who's tuned in. We look forward to seeing you as students soon, and as always, take an opportunity to excite your potential, and we'll see you next time.